So, in the next part of this thrilling adventure, #sarcasm, our heroes as of course they were separated from their real herd, have now ended up in Juniper's herd. What were the odds? They end up in the herd of the one character who's been forcefully made a love interest by this bad script writing of Patchy. What were the odds? So, this new herd now has entered a valley with some really obscure foresty slopes.
It's a trap!
Yes, it is a trap. Look! But fortunately, our heroes escape accidentally from the Gorgosaurus by falling into a river.
Juniper needed my help. With her mom stuck on the shore, I suddenly realized what I had to do. I had to dive in to save her.
I could complain about how for no obvious reason they then replay the scene of them falling in, because Patchy and Alex have an argument over whether or not he dove in or fell in. How is that necessary? Anyway, they wash up on a beach.
Agree to disagree, okay? Oh, gross! But tasty.
What is with this bird? He's eaten gross things. I mean, why would you have a scene where he eats snot that's been sneezed out? I mean, that's just gross. So anyway, they find a herd of hadrosaurs and they follow them for a while because they figured,
if you want to know where the food is, follow the fat guys.
Which is actually quite a good line. But it turns out Juniper is injured, and Patchy gives up walking the way and stays behind so that he can encourage her and be with her. Please remember this, because this is quite key in Juniper's character later. So then we have this scene where they get attacked by a bunch of crabs, which are then eaten by those pterosaurs, which, as I said earlier, are completely made up. This renders that entire scene ding! So now our heroes become just plain incompetent and shout and run and wake up a hibernating Gorgosaurus. This annoys what's-her-face. So she moans at Patchy and he says,
Yep, from now on I'm gonna be extra careful. I'm gonna keep it stealthy. I'm gonna be like a ninja.
No, you do not know what a ninja is because ninjas don't exist yet. John Colley is definitely dead now. Stupid script. And then listen to this next part where they run into some Kairos-Denotes.
Kairos-Denotes!
Kairos-Denachos?
Noties!
Whaties?
Hey, beat it! Note, ease, Kairos-Denotes, enunciate! Oh,
What kind of a name is that?
a long one? Get away!
See, they give them these crazy names. I would have just called them skinny neck pecky thingies.
Yes, why do they give them these crazy names? Because these names are rooted in, I believe Greek, that one. Might be Latin. But anyway, these are scientific names. They were given to them by humans. Long-necked pecky things, as Alex is saying, makes more sense for them to call them that. You wouldn't moan about that name. They wouldn't, because they wouldn't give them that name if they spoke, because they didn't have Latin or Greek or any kind of classical languages to derive a scientific nomenclature. It makes no sense! God! So eventually, after an insanely long time, our heroes rejoin the herd, as does Scowler, because the Edmontosaurus herd turns up in the same place as the Pachyrhinosaurus herd, and we have a nice little summer montage. And then we get a plot hole.
Fortunately, Major was there to give the word.
Seriously, think about it. Major was there. Why was Major there to lead them? Major is now in charge of Patchy and Scowler's original herd that they were at the start of the film. But they're not with that herd anymore. It's explicitly stated that they're with Juniper's herd. So Juniper's herd is now being led by a guy who was leading Patchy and Scowler's herd. But he led them elsewhere. We saw him leading their herd in one direction, and we saw, as in one southward direction, we saw Juniper's herd moving separately. Why is he in charge of that herd when he's with the other herd? It makes no sense. It's a plot hole. A stupid plot hole. So, after more of a long time, fast forwarding parts of this film, we see another weird section, because Major announces a headbutting contest. Yay! So that anyone can challenge him to rule the herd, and all of the males have a go until someone beats him. And just as it's Patchy's turn, Scowler pushes in front of him, and
yes, the clash of the Dinosaurs. One of the great spectacles of prehistoric pugilism, combining the grace of ballet with the stupidity of banging into things. This was to be a very momentous contest, for it was on that day that Scowler not only took on Major, the big boss of the Dinosaurs, but he defeated him.
he beats him. So now Scowler is in charge of the herd, and he suddenly turns evil.
Great job, buddy.
I'm not your buddy. I'm the leader of the herd now. Show some respect.
But,
Patchy.
Screw character development, he just suddenly turns evil. And he takes Juniper with him. Note this, she just says,
I'm sorry, Patchy. It's those stupid rules.
she doesn't resist or anything, so he will very happily give up anything for her, as we've seen, and he will stand by her side no matter what. But the moment his brother beats a guy in a fight, she's like, sorry, Patchy, there are rules. What a complete cow! So, now that Scowler is the leader of the herd, he goes mad with power! And starts making insane rules.
Rule number 1. All herd members will walk a minimum 4 feet behind Scowler. Rule number 2. Do not speak to Scowler without first being spoken to. Rule number 3. Do not make direct eye contact with Scowler.
He thinks himself so invincible that he leads the entire herd over a frozen lake. And Patchy realises how stupid and incompetent this is, because people start almost falling in and getting wet.
Oh
I was frozen today!
And because the ice is cracking, and because it's spring. So, Patchy and the cow who just left him for his brother decide that they have to get off, or else people, well, not people, ceratopsians, might end up being killed. So, they lead them onto safe ground, and Patchy bashes a path through some trees. And this does not make Scowler happy. Not at all.
Patchy! Look at me! You can't just take my herd! That's not the way things are done! There's rules, you know! Come here!
Hey, I didn't take them, all right, Scowler? I had to get them off the ice.
So, Scowler gives one of the most pathetic threats we've ever seen on a movie.
I will find you wherever you go! And then we'll see what's up.
I will find you wherever you go, and then we'll see what's up. I mean, that's just like me saying, if I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will go. And then we'll see what's up. You look exactly the way your father did before he died. And then we saw what was up. Together, my Lord Sauron, we shall rule this Middle Earth. and then we'll see what's up. Or, once more the Sith shall rule the galaxy, and then we'll see what's up. Or, once he has lost everyone and everything he values, I will drive an arrow through his eye, and then we'll see what's up. It's just, you don't say, and then we'll see what's up, if you're giving a valid threat. It will be more like, and then I shall tear out your liver, boy! Or, I will staple your eyeballs to the shelves. Except, of course, that would make no sense. But, something like that. You don't say, and then we'll see what's up. It's pathetic. It's just lame. I know, I'm sounding like one of those kids from a 90s film who's thinking they're being cool, but it is. It's a lame threat. Though he does back it up.
What do you want, Scowler?
You stole my herd, you stole my girl, and now you're gonna pay for it.
So we get this epic battle of good brother versus evil brother, and somewhat unexpectedly, the evil brother absolutely whoops the good brother, and, as you were just about to see, knocks him against a tree, and the tree falls on him, and damn near kills him. And for those of you who are hoping that Patchy, our hero, died so that this train wreck of a film is over, he didn't, and it isn't. And on that rather depressing note, it's time to end part 3. Join me in part 4, where we shall review the final act of the film, and also I shall discuss exactly why Juniper is a horrible character, and try to understand the nature of whatever the hell Alex is. Or don't join me for part 4 if you don't want to. But you want to. You do.